Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Kelsey, and this
that's
is Dixie,
and we're Love Hut for Life. We've now been on the road for 121 weeks in this whimsical yellow house in the back of our truck.
That's right, guys, and this week we've gotten the opportunity to work on two very unique rigs and install an off-grid system in both of them, one with solar power and one without. We have an ambulance conversion and a step-side van mail truck this week. You guys stay tuned until the end. It's totally worth it, I promise.
I have crimped a lot of wires this week. Whoa.
Hit that like button. It is morning 839 on the road, and we are not exactly parked in our normal desert or wilderness parking spot. We are hanging out in a subdivision currently, but that is because Shane has been working all week on a mail truck camper conversion right back here. You guys be sure and check out last week's video to see everything that he accomplished inside. And stay tuned to the rest of this week for some pretty cool adventures.
Good morning. So last week we started working on this bus. We'll call it a bus, step-side van. It's a postal service truck, that's what it is. But I'm not converting it. I'm doing all the wiring. I also put in a fan. I mounted a giant solar panel, which you can see through the top of this thing. The tops are kind of clear, and this one's been coated some, so it's not as clear. Really cool, giving me ideas. But I also installed all of the electronics here, and today I'm gonna tie them all together, and we'll wave goodbye to this thing and see what Tony can turn it into. Hey, guess what? Ooh, watch your head there. It's a little hole. We got one more wire to cut, and I think we finished our install. Turn and look at it. It's fancy over there. Bunch of stuff in one corner, man.
This thing's gonna be cool when it's all done. Are you excited, Tony?
I'm very excited.
So I told him he's got till next winter to finish this thing, because we ain't gonna be back till then. But I want to see it next winter.
Appears we have lights.
Are those lights on?
Yep.
Yeah. Are these on?
No, it could be the switch though. It's a 4-prong switch.
Almost there.
This one's.
Okay, let's make sure. Is it still on with the lights on? It should be. Okay. The fan came on, I heard that. Sweet, Tony!
Now do we?
Now the
turn
fun
solar
part.
on?
Yep.
See what happens there.
Yup. We gotta turn the solar on. So I don't actually connect my panels to the wiring until I get everything complete, and then I connect the solar panels. I don't like there being hot wires running in from the roof while I'm working. So let's check it out. We're good, see? Look. Light. We got the one solar panel up top mounted, and it's feeding, but I got it up there just in time for the sun to come off of it. So all I can do is, I can't see it at full, but I can tell that it's working.
Nice. And I've been working on getting everything all cleaned up in here.
You did so good.
So we might be able to get out of here and get to a camping spot.
It's gonna be dark by the time we get there, and we know how much I love that. But I know a spot, so I know the road in, so we're good. We're safe. We're gonna go to my spot. Boy, I'd hate to be here after it rained. This looks like a nightmare.
Yeah, driving in the dark is not exactly our favorite thing to do. It does look very pretty here, though.
I think everyone is very aware of how much I hate the dark. I think we should park in this little spot right here because I don't know where I'm going.
You know, I think that's a good idea. It's 9:20 at night, and I'm about ready to get inside.
There's a Budweiser can. We're supposed to be here.
If we don't like it, we'll just move in the morning. That's a whole lot better, guys. Driving in the dark was totally worth waking up to this view, but we're still a little bit closer to other humans than we would like to be. So the truck is running and we're gonna do a little desert driving this morning. Oh yeah, this is much, much better. Shane will be happy when he stops dropping things. I believe we are finally getting our first night alone. Very, very, very long time, guys. If someone comes and parks by us, I might throw a little bit of a fit.
Like this.
Something like that.
Just chuck them into a cholla. These things, they're called jumping chollas. This one's dead. He's on his way out. But if you just barely touch these little bubbles, they detach and they stick to you. They're everywhere though. They're very pretty. Very painful. Look at all those balloons. Such a pretty place. The animals came for the concert too. There's some bulls in there. Oh, and donkeys. There's a whole herd of donkeys in the back. Oh, Dixie saw the donkeys.
Dixie, just get down there. We clearly need to go into town. We had a whole lot of fun yesterday doing, absolutely nothing. But today we need to go get rid of some trash and do all of this laundry. It's gonna be a long one.
If y'all remember, we had a bit of a tire issue at Schoolie Palooza. We've been kind of out in the middle of nowhere, except for our small little trip to Gilbert. We didn't have time to schedule a warranty claim to get our tire fixed. So we've been hauling the bad one underneath the truck where this spare usually lives, and we need to go do that today, as well as, other real world things like laundry and food and water. We need water. I'm thirsty. Let's go, come on.
Well, we are stuck driving in the dark again. But we do know where we're going. Back to our beautiful little campsite north of Phoenix. Because tomorrow we have a friend coming to visit from Texas.
Yes, let's see, a couple months ago, I guess now?
Early November.
That's more than a couple months, isn't it? Maybe. Anyways, we stopped in West Texas and worked on an ambulance or a Red Cross rescue vehicle, and we did a bunch of work on it in plan for this moment. So she went ahead and ordered a bunch of electronic components, and we're going to be getting her all wired up and ready to go. We're not going to be installing a solar system, so this is going to be the basis of the system. Sorry, traffic's weird. We are not going to be installing an actual solar system. It's only going to be able to be plugged in as well as run off of a DC to DC inverter. So this should be fun, and I don't know how long it's going to take us. This one's going to be a bit of a challenge because there's a lot of electrical wiring already inside of that ambulance, and we have to tie into it. Y'all stay tuned.
Very interesting indeed. And we got almost everything that we needed to get done in town today. We got our laundry done, we got water, we got food. We attempted to get the tire fixed and got something set up for later.
Yes, Tire Pros is the one that sponsors our warranty, or not sponsors, it's who our warranty is through for our tires. But they're unable to find the General Grabber ATXs out here in this region, apparently. So we had to get a tire ordered that is similar, and that's what we're gonna have to roll with until we replace the whole set down the road. But we'll keep rolling either way.
But all of that is going to have to wait until early next week, because for now, we got to get back to this campsite while we still can see a little bit of what we're doing. And this is why we don't like driving in the dark places. It's kind of hard to see where we're going.
This truck has a really small cab in comparison to what size it is, so it's hard to see at night. Fortunately, we have our DeWalt spotlight that takes our 20-volt batteries, so it's very bright and lasts a long time.
We didn't do too bad considering that we came in the dark. That over there is our campsite from the day before. This is where we wound up. I think we'll probably maneuver the house a little bit, but with plenty of room for Marie to join us later.
And our cactus field.
We're gonna do a little bit of hiking this morning, I think. Marie has made her way here. Time to get back to work, guys. This should be a fun project, and we're excited to see her too. That ambulance is so sweet.
Oh dear. I love the river.
Who says you have to grow up? Well, guys, we are starting our morning off with a little bit of desert rain. It's a really rare thing when this happens, but always so incredibly beautiful when it clears up. I can't wait to see all of the vibrant colors that are coming our way later today.
Mud's a vibrant color. There's gonna be a lot of that color. It's gonna be so soupy here.
I'm sure it won't be so bad once it dries up.
No, it'll take hours and it'll all be gone.
Are you gonna get some work done on the ambulance today as well?
I don't know. Probably not. There's a lot of stuff inside of that ambulance, so all that has to be packed outside in order for me to access it because I'm a large person. So I don't know when we're gonna get to work. Depends on what the weather gods say.
Maybe you just stay in this bed with me all day.
Maybe.
The sun came out and our neighbors came back to play.
So skittish. One day we'll be friends.
And now it's turned from a rainstorm to a hailstorm.
Oh, hell no. Look at that. At least they're not like Texas. The ones in Texas look like those rocks out there.
Yeah, that's true. These are babies. Let's hope it stays that way. But seriously, hail in the desert. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a magical land.
Year 3, the desert is still surprising us. Well, the sun is finally out and we are very, very grateful to be down here because while it might be a little chillier than I want it to be, that's snow up there on those mountains and I am really, really happy that it's not down here. It's a little bit chilly, but otherwise a beautiful day. And Shane is finally getting to get back to work on this ambulance. It's been a while since we've seen inside. Let's see what it looks like in here.
Hello.
Hello.
Check out my pile down there.
That's a lot of electrical components.
It is. I'm fixing to shoehorn them all in basically this one little cubby here. I do have to crawl around behind it some, and this is strong enough that it actually can support me so I can get up in there. But what is happening is all the wires from this whole bus come into this closet, some up there and some up here, and I'm combining them all together because they were cut unnecessarily short, so I'm having to extend them and bring them all into a network. But we are basically installing everything you need to live off of a 200 amp battery without solar. So we're setting it completely up, and then if she chooses to add solar later, it'll be easy to tie it in, and you just install one charge controller, tie it into the system, and you're good to go. It's all the work on top that takes the longest, you know.
Very cool. Can you kind of remind us what you did in Texas? Was it 4 months ago?
In Texas. So what we did was we came in and I toned out all of these wires. I traced them all back to their original devices. This thing has lights all the way around it. It has fans, it has heaters. There's a ton of equipment in here. So I had to find out where everything went because nothing was labeled. We also built a bed in here as well. There was a small examination table here, and now this is able to slide back and forth so 2 people can sleep on it versus like half a person.
Very cool. And in that previous video, you also put in this flooring here.
Oh yeah, we did. That's right. That wasn't here. This is all me. But most of what we did in Texas was planning for this event. So we pre-ordered everything. She got it all loaded up into the bus and brought it to us, which is nice. We have everything we need to do and install versus what we can get our hands on out here, which is a luxury these days.
Very cool. Well, I will get out of your way and let you get to work, and we'll get some pictures here in a bit.
Okay.
today was not very photogenic at all, but did accomplish a lot today. Basically, I spent all of my day butt connecting wires together and extending the 12-volt system. I'm using some junction boxes, and I'm bringing everything together in there and running it to its proper switches, as well as dry fitting all of the components that I'm going to be mounting. Tomorrow there should be stuff to actually look at for you guys. We'll just keep moving forward and we'll get done as fast as possible. This is a very unique install. I can't even begin to quote how long it's going to take to finish it up. It's an interesting bus for sure.
Ambulance.
It's ambulance, RV, and bus all in one. But it was cold today too, huh? Were you cold today?
I was very cold. I hid inside all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Just me and my guitar.
It'll be warm tomorrow.
Well, hello.
Hello.
What do you got going on in here?
Being too tall. So, this is really the only way to work. Each side has a bundle of wires coming out of the roof into this box. And the only way to connect to all of that is to really sit up here in these holes. And I am just big enough for this to be really uncomfortable.
That is a lot of man in a very tiny box. What do you got going on over here?
So we have a junction box, and I'm bringing all my 12 volt together and all my 120 volt together. Unfortunately, we can't have a junction box for every connection, but we are making do with what we got and making it as safe as possible. All of this wiring is marine grade. Everything has a water jacket on it. All of the Romex is actually stranded. And then all of the 12 volt appears to be the same, but it's just a double strand. It's just a positive and negative. But it's all being run back behind this board, and then all the components will be strapped on it, and our inverter converter will be right under my butt with the battery right there.
Very cool.
It is very cool. I like this one. I just wish there was more room.
Guys, that's a lot of aggressive words. Why are you talking to me like this? We're all friends. We're all friends. I don't know, Dixie. I don't know if they want to be friends. Let's go check them down.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the wiring fun.
It appears that this pile over here is much, much smaller, and there's some things up there in that box.
My pile is much smaller, so I was able to complete tying in all of the wires that have dead-ended into here, and now I'm starting to put in all of my components so I can tie it all together. We're doing good, yes?
We are doing good. It looks like that sun's about to go down, though, so I don't think you're finishing it up for this week.
No. This seems to be a normal thing. Cliffhangers, y'all. Y'all gotta come back next week and see what this sucker looks like when we're done.
It is spring in the desert.
Gosh, that was quick.
Burrows be a coming.
Maybe that's the magical stuff.
It was the hot air balloons. It really set the mood. Look, they're trotting away into the sunset now. Love birds.
That might have been a practice.
It might have been a practice.
Practice trying to
this is great.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still not done. Y'all make sure you check back next week to see the end results of this install and what else we get ourselves into next week. If you're looking to get a hold of me or us, you can contact us at Love Hut for Life on Facebook and Instagram, or you can email us at lovehutforlife@gmail.com.
That's right, guys. There's a whole lot of work left to be done, but we do want to take the time to say thank you to each and every one of you. This channel can't exist without you, and you're all important to us. Thank you for all of your time. Also, thank you to Marie and Tony for being part of our journey and allowing your really, really cool rigs to be videoed. Guys, I am getting back to Wednesday videos. Next Wednesday's video is already uploaded, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Like he said, if you're looking to get a hold of us, our other social medias are great ways. So is lovehutforlife@gmail.com. Be sure and follow us on those other social media platforms as well, because you get a different perspective into this crazy journey that we call life. Guys, we will see you next week. Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye, y'all.